So starting yesterday, if you log into the game, you will see under the Grants tab in your stash a brand new named pair of knee pads. Now everybody in the game is getting these knee pads, and it's all because of the April 1st event that started yesterday. Now, no, this is not a April Fool's event item. It is a real pair of knee pads that you can use in your builds. Now, it is PvE only, and I'll explain exactly what's going on with that. But this is actually promoting a new type of gameplay where if you were to team up with your other friends, you could really do some crazy damage. I mean, one might even say this might be another meta for like speed runs and things like that in PvE. Not only that, but this also gives you the capability of doing a one-shot build with two enemies at the same time. And I'll explain all of that and more when we break down the new knee pads, Turmoil. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that's right, we are breaking down the new knee pads. I'm going to test them out in front of you. I'm going to explain exactly how they work, how they don't work, and how to take full advantage of these knee pads because they are extremely strong if you know what to look for. So let's go ahead and jump into that, shall we? Here we go. So the new knee pads, right? And yes, don't worry about the build. There's a method to my madness here. But here are the new knee pads. Turmoil knee pads. Now, like I said, everybody in the game gets these knee pads. All you have to do is log into the game and go to your stash. They will be under the grants part of your stash. Now, these knee pads, Turmoil, it says never let them know your next move. And it comes with double crit. It's God rolled for everybody. There's no expertise. There's no proficiency gains with it. It's just purely just put it on and use it. There is double crit. It is all reds with weapon damage, and Bewildered is the talent. So Bewildered. When dealing weapon damage to an enemy, half of the damage will be dealt to another enemy instead. Now, this will be a random enemy within 30 meters. Now, if there is no enemy within 30 meters, you will deal normal weapon damage. So what this does is it spreads your damage at the same time. At which it also decreases your damage by half. But, wait, there's more. The reason why there's more is we found out there's a way to get the damage to transfer over at its full amount. Now, we did all of this during my live stream. So again, if you want any of this insider stuff, you got to go over to Twitch and follow those live streams because we test and we break it down and we discuss all of these things before I make a YouTube video. And that's why I'm able to give you all of this information because I test it. So Bewildered, half of your damage, right? But there's a way around that, and I'm about to show you. Now, as soon as I said PvP, a lot of people rolled their eyes. So check this out. So when you put normalized stats on, which is supposed to, signify PvP, it goes down to 0. So yes, it does not work in PvP. If you're even thinking about using it in PvP, it does not work in PvP. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down exactly how this is working. Now, it's only PvE, okay? So you can test this at the targeting range, then you can go outside in the open world and test it out that way. Yesterday during the live stream, I tested it out during an open world activity, a control point, and then a mission. It was a little bit harder to show the exact numbers while you're actually doing that live gameplay. So it's much easier to just show you here in the targeting range because we can get it to do the exact same thing. So check this out, right? So right now I have normal Cheska knee pads and a Frankenstein build. There is no method to the madness. The reason for this is I wanted no bonuses. I wanted nothing extra. Okay, this is just trying to be as bare bones as possible. So with that being said, 149. Okay, so 149, normal hit to the chest, no crit. Okay. Now, if I were to switch these over to the Turmoil, right? Now, just a reminder, what I am testing, the exact same knee pads, double red, double crit, all right? Nothing's different. So 149 was that normal hit, no crit. Do it again. You see now it's 74, but the other one looked to be an armor damage hit. Look at that. Then when I crit, it transfers over a crit. See that? Normal hit, 74 and 82. Look at the crit. See that? So what we learned through testing is that the crits transfer over the crit. But if you're just hitting them normally, look at that. But if you're just hitting them normally, it'll drop down. So let me show you. If I put it on a, let's just go invulnerable elite. That way I can just keep showing you these numbers. Because on that red enemy, I'm actually, there we go. All right, so invulnerable elite. Look at that. So 83, 82. Look at the crit. You see the crit? 82 normally, but if I crit, it crits over to the other enemy. So the reason why you're seeing two damage numbers here is because it's hitting one enemy, then it's hitting another enemy within 30 meters. Okay? That's why you're seeing the double hit. Now if I crit, look at the crit number. It's nearly double, right? And that's because if I crit, it actually legit crits them, and it crits the other player or the other enemy. So what we learned is that if you do this with a non-crit build, you're going to have like half of your damage gone, and it's going to go to two different enemies. But if you were to run a full crit build and just crit the whole time, it's looking as if you get the full amount to not only hit the enemy you're shooting, but the full amount would then transfer over to another enemy. And that's where things are really coming together. It's looking really fun. Now, another thing about these knee pads is on top of the crit, the other thing would be like a sniper build or a one-shot build. Because even if you were able to one-shot an enemy, like say you used Headhunter and Determined, and you're hitting 20 million per shot. Well, you can one-shot the enemy with 5 million. So if you were to put that with these knee pads, you could transfer that 20 million across to two enemies at once and headshot two enemies at once constantly. You see what I'm saying? And yes, I am putting a build together to show you. This is ridiculously strong. Not only that, but here's another example. And yes, I'm going to make a video on this one as well. My other example is, let's say you put this on a Lady Death build with max crit and Hunter's Fury, where the Hunter's Fury gives you that 45% amplified damage. You could really do some crazy speed runs using Hunter's Fury with these knee pads. And I don't know, let's just say, whatever other piece you want with it. Or you could, there's so many different options, all right? I'm not even going to get into it. But you see where I'm going with this. It transfers over the full amount if you crit. So the point is to either have extremely high weapon damage, like a sniper or like a rifle, or have extremely high crit builds, like an SMG. Because then you're transferring over more times than not the entire, amount of damage. Because if you're critting the whole time, you're going to crit on that enemy and the other one at the same time, all of the time. So it, this is ridiculously strong. Now, if, like I said with the sniper, put this with determined, put this with headhunter, and as soon as you get that headshot, every single kill after that is going to be 2 for 1. 2 for 1. This is ridiculously strong. Like, I don't know if people just aren't understanding what's going on with this, but there are some ridiculously strong builds you're going to be able to put together with these knee pads. Now, is this going to be a one all be all for everybody? No, of course not. This isn't going to work in the dark zone. It's not going to work in conflict. There's so many places it's not going to work. However, if you're in a team, just think about this. If you're in a team and your team, they all run these knee pads, and your team runs, like, say, the Coyote's mask, and then you have like a support build with you all at the same time, you're going to be spreading all of the damage to all of the enemies at all times. And if you were to have a few people running the Coyote's mask at the same time, everybody could be max crit. And with these knee pads, they're spreading the full damage to everybody at all times. This is a new meta. Whether you like it or not, it is. It's promoting a new way of playing for speedrunning, for team playing, for snipers, for crit builds, for run and gun, SMG builds. This is actually creating a new style of play to help out, whatever it is you're trying to do. For example, what I'm going to do in a future video is I'm going to speed run some new missions with these knee pads. And then those missions that I speedrun, I can show you, even as a solo player, how this will help, because it's crowd control as a solo player. Like, come on, that's amazing. If you have enough damage and you're critting, you should be able to clear the room twice as fast with these knee pads. Just put them together with the right combination and you're good to go. And that's why I tested it out with this Frankenstein looking build, because I just wanted to show you that it's transferring on the crit. It's not transferring, like, here, I'll put it back on normal. You can see right there, 74, 82. It's transferring over, okay? But then you see that? The crit. The crit. That's ridiculous. That's double the damage. So all of these, it's not doing anything. Not doing anything. Look at the crit. It's over double the damage. All you have to do is crit or hit hard enough, and you'll be able to take out 2 enemies at once, clearing rooms twice as fast, and having double the fun. I would highly recommend trying this in a team where you could all use this together. I mean, come on, man. Anyways, let me know what you think about these new knee pads. Log into the game right now and pick them up. It is for all players. I would probably say all players that are level 40 and above. Just thinking out loud, it might just drop a level 40 item. Who knows? But test it out. Let me know what you think. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And catch me over there on Twitch. I'm probably live streaming right now. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.